Good morning, boys and girls. Okay, so today we are going to do our Chapter 2 workbook page. So that's what we're going to start with right now. So if you don't have your workbook, grab it, pause this, and let's get going. All right, so Chapter 2, the question says, what months do the Saggers plan to leave for Oregon and why? So think about it. When did they say they wanted to leave? Can you remember? Pause it and think about it. They said they wanted to leave in late April or early May. And why did they want to leave then? Do you remember we talked about because the grass needs to be tall enough for the oxen to eat, and they don't want to travel alone. That's when most of the other people are going out west as well. And they want to arrive out west before winter comes. So I want you to look at that. If you need to pause it to write down, go ahead. So the answer is late April or early May. The grass is tall enough for the oxen to eat, and they don't want to travel alone, and they want to arrive before winter. All right. The next question says, describe how the wagon was set up. According to the chapter, what were at least 4 items loaded in it? Okay, I have a lot of items listed here. Do you remember the cherry chest that was put into the center? Also, they made a rug. Remember, Mama made a rug and they rolled it up, and that was used as a chair on the inside. There were chairs that were strapped to the back. Remember, they took a little table and 2 chairs that they strapped to the back. They had food that they loaded in. They had some mattresses that were made out of, wasn't like a mattress like we have. It was made out of either feathers or soft branches. They also had a churn. I encourage you to look up the word churn, look up a picture of a churn, and see what it looks like and how it's used. A churn is what they used to use to make butter. Okay, remember they talked about they'd put the milk in it, and then the bouncing of the wagon would produce butter. So look up that word on Google and see if you can figure out how that would happen. They also had a tent. Remember, the girls were going to sleep in the wagon and the boys were going to sleep in the tent. They had a gun that they hung from the ceiling to get food. They had a few toys, and they also had Ma's new china, her dishes. All right, so here are the answers. So the question was, describe how the wagon was set up. According to the chapter, what were at least 4 items loaded in? Now, you can add a sentence or 2 about how that was set up. We talked about the chest being in the center, the chairs strapped to the back. Where were some of these other items in the wagon? Now, this next section we are going to do on Zoom tomorrow. So tomorrow we have our Zoom meeting, and the question says, draw and label a wagon and then color it. So tomorrow during our Zoom meeting, we are going to share our drawings of our wagon with the labels. Now, there's a couple hints. On the front cover, there is a picture of a wagon with its labels. There are also a lot of really cool diagrams on Google that you can go and search images of a covered wagon and the different parts. You can also see if there are any tutorials on how to sketch or draw them, and make sure that you do labels. Now, I want it to be your best work. I want you to make your writing so everyone can see it. Remember, we're going to be sharing on the computer, so it needs to be very clear so that we can all see. So tomorrow, I want to see your drawing of your covered wagon. All right, my friends, that is Chapter 2 workbook. I will post this, and then I will read Chapter 3. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.